Okay, so another decent day. Um, we'll start off by just looking here. Here is the 10K chart. So if we look back at the beginning of the day to see what we were seeing, it's February 4th. So this is what the 10K chart looked like when we started off. Not exactly bullish, extremely bearish. I mean, we had this massive down move, and this is all we could pull back to. We couldn't even get above this relative high. So very, very bearish. And I was expecting another down day um, with maybe a reversal sometime midday, but I wasn't expecting what we got, or at least not to the degree that we got what we got. So just looking back, we're looking here at, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Sorry about that. So we go back here to the beginning of the day. And when we're starting out trading, you can see, so we've got this sort of range forming. Where's the rectangle? So it's not perfect by any means, but you can see what I'm talking about here. We've got kind of two head and shoulders, let's say, and then here we break below it. So I was looking for a pullback here. Even though it's before the start of the day, I just thought we could get a decent move, and it turns out that it happened right at the open. And so I didn't take it, but I do think that had this been 5 minutes after the open, I would have shorted it, especially since we're rejecting right at the 200 EMA. We come down, come right back up, and obviously it's easy to say in hindsight, but this just looks like a really textbook setup as far as the range consolidation and break. And often you'll see markets will make these huge legs and then consolidate in some area and then make another move in the same direction as the trend. Or they'll reverse, which in this case, the setup was for a continuation. So that's what I was looking for. Now we come off. Um, really not too much going on right here. We're just making another push up, and we make another push up to the exact same level. So this is an area that I was definitely interested in, and I did short. Uh, I shorted right here. I'm not sure. I think I just shorted a little bit preemptively, or maybe this is even on the wrong bar, because I think I shorted this bar here, and then I did get stopped out here. But when we rejected hard again, I re-shorted here, and I was looking for the bottom of this range as a target. Usually I'd go for 15 points, but given that the ATR was so high, I'm not going to go for 15 point take profit when the ATR is 30. So, and then there were a lot of trades that I thought could have been decent in this area. I would, if this bar hadn't been here, I probably would have shorted here. But I don't even dislike this short. Even with this low here, we've consolidated here. We've rejected the high 3 times. It's a huge bar, and not even on that much selling. I mean, so I like that. And then here, I was looking for. You can see this range that formed here. I was looking for a little bit more of a pullback here. I wish we had pulled down a little bit more, and really, I should have shorted this. I wish this had been an engulfing bar, but I don't want to take the short straight into these lows. If I don't have to, I'd rather take it a little bit lower. So it would have been nicer if we pulled back just a bit less and got a bigger bar here. So, but here we've got a nice little uptrend. I took this short. I still think it's a decent short. It just didn't end up working out because we're coming back up to this level, which was a previous low here. And not sure that that even matters, but we have this. We've made this big move up. Tried to break out here, tried to break out here, and then a huge rejection bar. So I shorted in and just it came back on me a little bit, unfortunately. And then it made this move. So I got out basically break even. I should have gotten out earlier, truthfully. But then I was just taking some shorts in this area, thinking that we were going to continue lower. And this was just a bad area to trade in. Looking back, these are not good trades. I should not be doing these trades. This one I do like up here at the 200 EMA. Again, we're coming right back up into this area. We have a huge rejection here, so any short after this bar is a good one in my opinion. I should have held it a little bit longer, but in hindsight, it's easy to say that. I think taking some profit, if not all profit, right at these lows is a very good idea. Here, this is a bit of a head and shoulders. I thought that, so there's a rule that I'm using to trade this. I mentioned it yesterday in my video. The range from 9:30 to 10:30, if we close in the bottom half of it at 10:30, then you can expect us to break the low of it. And so I was shorting in this area, trying to catch that low, basically, because I knew that we had closed in the bottom half. So and we're in such a bearish day, it just feels like a day where the market is going to try to continue lower. And if you were watching some of this price action, you can see all this buying, and then it takes like no selling, no market selling to get us to go lower. So I was shorting in this area, basically the retest of this level right here that we had struggled to break through a little bit, and you can see that it held pretty solidly. I started to get out near these lows because I didn't want to get hit by a buy block or something here and we just bounce back up, but it did end up working out. This was an area that was interesting. This second leg up is certainly interesting. We made a move down. We've got this level right here. It's right near this consolidation that we had struggled to break below, and then we finally broke below it. And what happens when you have these huge consolidations is orders will fill in these areas. So the market moves down and then orders fill in. And then there's a bunch of orders sitting here, which is why you struggle to go higher in situations like that. You need more buyers than you needed sellers on the way down to go higher, because there's a huge amount of sellers that are just going to be sitting here now. And so you see this move back. It's right into this low, right into this area. So I don't love the short here. I mean, since it's such a bearish day, I wouldn't blame somebody for taking it. But this one where we try to go lower and then come right back up and are struggling to get through this, either one of these engulfing bearish bars, either this one or this one, are good enough for me. This move that happened could have easily happened on this bar, so I don't hate that short. And if you just put your stop above this level, you do end up taking a really nice trade. You're not risking that much for the potential reward. So I do like it. And then later on, I'm just playing with more shorts. Again, on a day like today where it's so bearish, I think it's okay to take less than optimal setups. So this one, I think I just got basically break even, and then I didn't take anything else throughout the day. Something, maybe you could have taken something here, but when it gets to be noon and after that, I just don't love taking anything unless it's a really good setup. And so we ended the day with this very weak bounce, given the price action from the previous day. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. But overall, ended up making 270 today with some micro NQ contracts. So I hope this chart review is helpful. And if you have any questions, please comment down below and I'll be happy to answer them.